What is good, people? Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be showing you how to install the headlamp upgrade loom on a Mark II Golf. This should work for Mark 1s, 2s, 3s, Corrados, pretty much most cars really that run a H4 setup. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to explain all the tools you need, everything you need to buy, and then we're going to get installing. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, and let's crack on. We're going to want to have some wire strippers, some electrical tape, a handful of cable ties, some Tessa wiring loom tape, 18 AWG cable, 2 meters in black and 1 meter in red, heat shrink if you can get some, just here. Pretty much you're there. I think while we're here, I've bought myself some LED lights just to improve the quality even more. So we're going to get straight into it. So you can pick up these headlamp looms off eBay for about 15 to 25 pounds, roughly somewhere around there. And what you're going to get in the kit is you're going to get 2 relays. You're going to have the fuse here, and you're going to have some wiring. This will go into your original headlamp socket, and then these obviously go into the bulbs, and then we have earthing points, etc. Now we're going to be making a slight modification to this loom. One side you have an earth lead here, which is on the battery side, so all of this side will be on the battery, and then you have an earth on the other side. Now from what I've learnt online is they expect you to drill holes into the chassis to get a good ground. I'm refusing to do that on a Mark II Golf. So what we're going to do is actually extend this ground lead, run it through all of the protection, and then connect it to this ground lead. So this ground lead is going to be going straight over to the battery, and then it's going to be an easy installation. We haven't got to drill holes, we haven't got to sand any paint down or anything like that. Straight to the battery. Everything will make sense once we start extending and installing stuff. I've already made my measurements and cuts where I need to make joins and stuff like that. Bear that in mind when you're putting the loom in, just to kind of sit it where you want it before you kind of commit and start cutting wires and stuff like that. So let's start extending this wire, putting the ground lead on, and then we'll crack on. First thing to do is remove the plastic protection from the wiring loom. This is going to give you access to the wires we'll be extending. It'll also look neater when we use the Tessa tape later on. After you've done that, install the wiring loom. The wires on the relay side go to the right hand side, with the single yellow connector going to the left hand side. Connect both yellow connectors to the headlamp bulb, the black 3-pronged male connector to the right hand headlamp wiring connector. You should be left with 3 separate loose wires. The one red wire with the fuse on goes to the positive terminal on the battery. The one blue or black wire, depending on what wiring loom you get, coming off the right hand yellow connector, which goes to the battery earth terminal. The last wire will be taking a measurement from the eyelet to the right hand earth wire and be connecting them together. Once you're happy with the placement of your wiring loom, making sure it's as neat as possible, measure the distance between the left hand earth wire to the right hand earth wire. Now with that measurement, extend the left hand earth wire and connect to the right hand earth wire with crimp connectors and heat shrink. Once you've done this, do the same with the positive lead as well. Double check you're happy with the routing, as we'll be wrapping all of the wires in Tessa tape. Right people, so we have now finished tidying up the wiring loom. It does look beautiful. It's going to make it a lot easier when we're routing the cable in, because of the plastic sheathing that was in before. It was just a bit rough and thick, and obviously now it looks a lot more tidier. So if we take this to the engine bay, I'll kind of show you how I've decided to route it. Right people, so the loom has now been all laid down and connected how I'd like it. So obviously looking at the offside, plugged in all good, and then we've cable tied it to the bonnet cable sort of underneath all the way across, And then inside here we've just put the fuse and the relay, just wedged it under some wiring that's not going to move anywhere. Plugged it into the bulb, and then we've got the harness just there. We then have the power and the earth going round the side of the battery, and then earth obviously going into there and then coming round, and then we have power. So that is the full loom wired in. You are going to need to take the grill off to kind of access the loom a little bit better. I'm going to put the grill back together, obviously wait till it's night time to kind of see the differences of the lights, and then we're going to chuck the bulbs in. Well, there you go, we've made an improvement. The lights are now much better. At least we've got rid of the old halogen bulbs, which get extremely hot. The LED ones are known to always run cool, so that's a good thing. We also, I don't think I've mentioned it in the vlog, this thing, dim dip resistor. So this thing does exactly what it says. It dips a dim. It dims the dipped beam light when the full beam is on. But what this is a huge resistor, which obviously when power runs through it, it will reduce the amount of light coming out of the dipped beam light. But a lot of people have reported these actually start fires. Mark 2s, Mark 3s, I don't know if Mark 1s have it. Any other car that has something like this, just get rid of it. Because it's old, this is 32 years old, it's been rained on, and just it doesn't work how it used to. So we've got rid of that, so at least that's another less fire hazard to have in the car. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Looks a lot better, don't it? Yeah, that's better. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. I'm going to be trying to make a weekly thing out of it. So make sure if you are subscribed, post notifications are switched on. If you're not subscribed, be sure to click that subscribe button. I also post project car vlogs every Sunday as well, and we also have a competition running currently. So if you head over to my Instagram, link in the description, you guys could win yourself an 020 short shifter. So just scroll for the post where it looks like me like this. It should be one of the most recent ones. Just click that, follow all the instructions, and the competition is global, so anybody can enter. So good luck, and we will see you next week for another video. Peace.